Hello! This is Korith Landwalker, and this afternoon we are going to have an exciting afternoon of Star Citizen. It's Halloween, so you would kind of expect me to have something spooky going on. But that would require, streaming knowledge greater than what I've got. I don't have any clever Halloween overlays today, or anything exotic. But I do have a scary helmet to show off. It's not really that scary, honestly, but it is what it is, right? So, without further ado, let's see if I can get into any servers here with anybody I know in there. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that, though, because this would be a really boring stream if the only thing I did was right-click, 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 right-click. So, let's wade into the hips. For those who were watching last week, you undoubtedly had some amusement in seeing me completely flub working with the rock for planetary-based mining. So, we're not going to be doing that this week. The issues with vehicle turnovers and disappearing starships when you unload your vehicles and the like, that's a lot of headaches. So we're going to go with the simple and straightforward entertainment of blowing up starships. Or, given the way my luck tends to run, being blown up by starships. Actually, I'm going to set that back a little further. It's more along the lines of get blown up by asteroids. Hey, nobody asked for simple, right? I am presently here on at Everest Harbor, which is a port. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into my equipment manager, and we're going to figure out what the heck happened to all my equipment. No, I'm wearing all my equipment. So the equipment manager is being interesting. Okay, we're still empty. Well, we have nothing but the bugs going on today, don't we? And I'm not entirely sure why I have my currently flying stuff up, because that's not accurate. Okay, moving right along. My equipment manager says nothing is equipped, even though I am clearly wearing the stuff. So I'm guessing that there is something wonky going on with the back-end servers. Let's get out the hab unit first. Go down to the lobby. Luckily, I don't have to get myself some snacks. Yeah, that's kind of old school. Okay. Well, even though I am listed as wearing absolutely nothing in the way of armor or equipment, I'm going to try to equip a helmet anyway to see what happens. Specifically, the Hill Horror helmet. Let's see what happens when I save that. Okay, and all my stuff populated again. So whatever it was an odd bug. The Hill Horror helmet is a little gift that you can acquire if you can before the end of today, because I'm pretty sure this is the last day you can do it. if you go to the location called Bennyhenge, which is basically Stonehenge made out of Big Benny's vending machines. If you do, then within a day or so, hopefully, you will get this lovely helmet. Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? It's kind of got the Scarecrow vibe to it, doesn't it? And it's tied to some lore horror story that I don't really recall the details to because I didn't really read it very closely. Yes, I'm coming for you. I'm so easily amused. In any event, because today is Halloween, I will be wearing this helmet for the duration of this stream, probably a little longer too. Just to be scary. Now there are other helmets available in the game for the holiday, and again, it'll all be gone probably by the end of the day. One of them is a helmet that will look a lot like the alien Vandul, snarling, nasty-looking creatures. And you get those by killing no less than 50 unique players if you are flying a Gladius or a Glaive, both of which are currently free flight available. That said, your odds of killing 50 unique individual targets in said starships in the time remaining is probably a little dicey. I can guarantee you that I'm not getting it, and to be fair, I haven't really tried either. I'm not heavy on PvP. I mean, I'll certainly do it, but it is not my preferred activity of choice. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to be flying the Anvil Hornet today. It's the F7C, which is the baseline version. However, I've done some upgrades. And the upgrades are primarily in the weapons arena. Let me bring up the vehicle manager and hope that that isn't doing anything weird and buggy. I'm using the default equipment here as far as missiles go. I could probably change them out and do better stuff, but I've never really monkeyed with the missile racks and the loadouts for those, and I'm in no hurry to. My primary weaponry tends to be guns. And that's where we come up to the bottom slot here. This is usually occupied in a stock variant, and I can't show you the stock information because I'm in a read-only status, so I guess I don't get to see the various options available. But it comes with a cargo pod, and that just allows you to make use of trading terminals where you can load in cargo and buy and sell it. It's not a place where you can put boxes for delivery missions. But there are a couple different things you can put there in place of the cargo module. You can grab a ball turret, which will allow you to fit a couple size 2 guns. Or you can put this size 5 Very Puck mount, which allows you to mount a significantly larger gun. In this case, a size 4 Revenant Gatling gun. And it's pretty sweet. We've also got 3 Gatlings on here. Stock loadout only has the 2. I grabbed one from the Gladius and threw it on. So let's go outside and see what this looks like on the pad. And hopefully it's not going to despawn on me anytime soon since I spent so much time going through the equipment listing. You leave your ship on a pad too long, landing services will get cranky, store it, and now that I'm in the elevator, I kind of want to make sure I get out while I still can. Now, the elevator trip is a couple kilometers to the pad. More than a couple, honestly, but I did get a good look at it when we first got in the elevator, so that's okay. Elevator opens up, and here we go. Now, the default weaponry are those Gatlings, and they'll be on the sides here. But the third Gatling is a nose weapon, just under the nose. And then, all the way up top there, we've got the Revenant. Now, you can't tell me that doesn't stand out. It is a pretty intimidating looking gun. It's a Gatling. It's got a high rate of fire, does a lot of damage. The downside, of course, is it's a ballistic weapon, so it can and will run out of ammunition. Now, the trick with flying fighters right now is that just about everything with a canopy has had its issues with randomly opening and closing for no apparent reason. Oh my god, look at all those radar contacts. Up, and there it goes, opening right up. Luckily, it doesn't affect the ability to fight, but it's annoying. That's a lot of radar contacts. Someone must have been really bad around here to spawn so many ships or turrets or whatever to take it out on people. Now, ordinarily, I would be looking through the bounty hunter list here and grabbing a convenient target. But first, I'm going to go into the personal area and look at the mercenary stuff, because I've been doing a lot of execution warrants lately, and they pay pretty well. I mean, look at these numbers. And the crazy thing is they're all legal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all of them. I'm going to try to grab all of them. Now, you'll also notice I have one other mission that's hanging in there. It says Permanent Lesson. This is from a future ghost, and this is a crime stat worthy mission apparently, but they are high paying, so they do tend to get the attention. And we might do that a little later. Depends. We'll see how things go. And as always, I'm going to make sure to grab the call to arms, so that any extra targets that have crime stats can become money. Now, there is, of course, the obvious caveat. That caveat being, I have to actually, not die. Getting killed would definitely slow down the ability to earn income. So step one is try very, very hard to, there we go, set that rendezvous beacon and take off.
Takeoff complete.
Now let's see, I'm almost certain that one of these guys at least will bug me and say, hey, stop, we want to scan you to make sure you're not running illegal cargo. We will ignore the fact that I have no space for cargo. All the space that would be used for cargo is currently storing ammunition.
Thank you. Please visit again.
We'll bring up the landing gear.
Landing gear. Ready.
And bang, we're out with a bang.
Quantum drive is now off.
Now that I'm suitably far away from all those potential people that can scan me, let's set my weapons so that they're all set to one mouse button. Now, one downside of my weapon setup is that the relative ranges and effective targeting areas for my weaponry, they're not all the same. So I actually have two pips that I'm having to target, one of which is aided by gimbals and one of which is not. So I am likely wasting a great deal of ammunition when I go into a fight. But, you know, given the way things move around and desync and jump all over the place, I'm okay with that. The ammunition costs at this time are not prohibitive. I have no idea what that noise is. Maybe I'm hitting space dust? It always sounds like there's something chirping, like something's gone wrong somewhere. Okay, I've gotten a little too close to that asteroid. Let's hope I can straighten myself out here. Eliminate the target is... Oh, well, he's somewhere. Ah, there we are. Or there we were. Oh. They are doing their best to make it difficult, aren't they? First target is in a Mustang Delta. Mustang Deltas are basically hors d'oeuvres. He will not last long. I don't know who his buddy is, but I bet there's an interceptor. Now you can see when I've got the green, that means I'm landing on targets. The sound is also a good clue. The bright explosion is also a pretty good clue. That is an interceptor, yes. Now the funny thing is these interceptors, once upon a time, like before the last patch, they would have a habit of making sure to chuck out missiles. I have not seen a whole lot of missiles thrown out by the AI opponents lately, so that's probably a bug somewhere. I can't prove that, of course, but it's a strong suspicion. But he blows up nicely. Okay, let me target myself so that I'm no longer aiming at a rock, because, you know, crashing into asteroids would be bad. And let's take a look at my other ones. I have a 10,000 and a 12,000. We're going to work our way up here, so we're going to grab the 10,000 target next. And he is conveniently around the same moon. So it's not like I will have to go far. Now, the Hornet is marketed as a medium ship, medium fighter kind of thing. So it's a little more durable than, say, Anvil Arrow or Aegis Gladius. I tend to prefer the light fighters, but for some of the opponents that pop up with these things, they're bad. And by bad, I mean they're tough, nasty, difficult to defeat. A situation like this, for example, might be a little more worrisome if I were flying the Arrow. And of course, killing off the opponents would also take a bit more time because the weapon systems are smaller. Ooh, he flew by good. Now we're kind of densely packed with asteroids, so I am slightly concerned. Cutlass Black. Okay, that guy's a little tough. Medium-sized ship, decent hull, decent durability, and the desync is making it very dangerous because I'm moving faster than this. But if I can get a sustained bit of fire on him, I will wreck his day. There we go. Day is wrecked. Next target, another Cutlass Black. And you'll note that I'm getting paid for these guys too, so... Call to Arms is probably the single most important mission you can grab when you're doing this sort of thing. Because that means every ship after your primary target is free money. Well, at least it's free if you can kill them. Another 1,000. Let's blow this Mustang up. Oh, gotta be careful there. Looks like I'm flying a little too close to some of these asteroids. He is spinning like crazy. Oh! That's not good. I've taken damage and I'm spinning around. Last target, another Mustang. I will evaluate my self-harm there momentarily. Alright, let's point to a spot that isn't so crowded with problems. Looks like the front end on the right seems to have taken a bit of a hit. Let's take a look at it. Cosmetically, it doesn't seem like anything's broken off. The guns are still there, which is a big deal. So I'm going to consider that minor damage. One more thing I can do is I can look at my power menu and look at the items and check out their health. The Gatling's at 95% health. And all the other major components are healthy. Looks like it's only structural damage. Which admittedly is not great. But I can still fight. And that's good because being able to still fight means going after the third of those contracts. Oh geez, I went to the wrong one. No wonder there were so many Cutlass Blacks involved in that one. I hit the 12,000 one first. Well, what can I say? They were closer. So we'll go after this easier fight. Yeah, that was a fun thing. When you pick up one of those bounty targets or anything that requires you to go out and killing people, you will often get a quantum beacon marker that you can jump to, and you don't have to necessarily track it. Now, tracking is pretty good because that way you at least know who your major target is right away. Your primary target on the bounty. But it does indicate that sometimes you may do exactly what I did, which is go to the closest target, assuming that that's the one you're tracking, and find out, oops, wrong one. But we get paid. And if we're getting paid, it all can't be bad. Okay, target is ahead. A quick hop. Saw a major issue there, but I didn't quite catch what it was. I'm sure it won't come around to bite me later. I don't see my targets immediately, so I'm going to see if I can pop a scan and... oh, there we go. My direct target is probably this way. And they must be relatively small ships because I'm still not... oh, wait. Tell me that I didn't just scan this mineable asteroid by accident. No, it's not an asteroid. On the other hand, I'm still not getting... oh, there we are.
Okay.
Let's see. One, not the guy I want. It used to be that all of the targets would have a name attached to them, but I'm thinking there's a bug going on, so now the ones that aren't your primary target are basically 1, 2, or what have you. So if that's a bug, I'm sure they'll be fixed somewhere along the line, but it's clearly not a high priority bug. Okay, Drake Buccaneer. For all I know, it might be the same reason why they're not throwing missiles at them. Who knows? Because I'm reasonably sure that Buccaneers have missiles attached.
Target destroyed.
Okay. We'll go after the Buccaneer. The Mustang can wait. Buccaneer at least has a little bit of teeth. Mustangs, well, they're dangerous against, you know, I guess, newer pilots. Or certainly lesser fighters, like a Gladius, or more likely an Aurora, or other Mustangs. You gotta remember, the Mustangs are basically almost entry-level ships. And it shows. Alright, so we've done a pretty nice bit of work here. I'm at 389k as far as my credits go. Just off the raw bounties alone, it was probably around 30,000, 30k. That's an ironic number given the server crash error messages. Roughly 30k in a fairly short period of time. That's the kind of thing that works out pretty nicely. And oh man, look at all these missions that have popped up. Clearly, doing personal missions can be, ooh, 15,000. That's a nice number. That is an exciting number of zeros. Once again, I'm going to grab all the execution warrants because I know that they're relatively safe. I say relatively because, well, it's relative. That's strange. I could have sworn I saw one of them that said 15. Oh, it must have been this one I was looking at the time. And a lot of these are from, you know, pirates and the like, and if you do them, you will pay in different ways. And again, perhaps we'll do a little bit of those a little later. The last thing we need is to, you know, spend my entire stream locked in prison and watching me deal with the bugs there. So I have a destination, I have a target. I'm going to double check to make sure that, okay, those are all beacons, but this one is the only one that says rendezvous beacon. So we are going to go there and get the big money first. These execution warrants, incidentally, are probably one of the better reasons to use Hurston as your main base. Crusader has a number of missions that are decent. Hardcore, maybe not so much. Get out of here with Microtech. But Hurston seems to have more than its share of people who are doing bad, horrible things. Or at least offending enough people to make you want to do bad, horrible things. Plus, you have a large assortment of regular bounty targets. You have bunker busting missions. There are a lot of things to do with Hurston that aren't necessarily available anywhere else. Oh, for heaven's sake, stop spinning. Oh, I'm going to hit this guy if I'm not careful. I'll tell you what, I want to put some distance here. Then I'm going to turn around and hit him from a distance. Hopefully... There we go. And that is how it's done. What's my other target? Another Mustang Delta. You know, for the amount of money, I'm 9,000. Okay, so I didn't grab the mission I thought I was going to be in this location. Oops. Either that or, you know, the contracts are bugged. I can't rule that out. Alright, let's bring up the contracts, take a look at the accepted list. We're going to track the 12,001 this time. There seems to be a bug where you get the black screen here when you pull up the map, and I find that the only way to deal with it is go to a different application, then go back. Occasionally I'll try to clear the route and center on myself, and there we go. Rendezvous beacon is over here. Rendezvous beacon does not want to. There we go. Major unexpected torque imbalance. Okay. So some of the high-speed turns may be a little more challenging than usual. Oops, and now I've got the hunk of metal in my way. Here we go. It's good of them to make sure that, you know, you're not obstructed and you don't end up jumping the quantum and plowing through a piece of metal that would probably disintegrate your ship at the velocity you're moving at. That said, I'm certain that I've gone through a number of asteroids. Oh, someone is interdicting me, interrupting me, causing me problems. The debris field. Let me see if there's any hostiles nearby. No, I'm not reading anything. Someone did something bad there, and it caused a drop of out of quantum. But apparently, whoever ended up doing that is long gone. But the good news is that also means they can't actually interdict me and prevent me from moving on. Sometimes you'll get that alert and you'll find ships fighting each other. Usually, security will be fighting a pirate who's trying to go after a freighter vessel of some kind. And there's like 3 waves and that sort of thing. Another buccaneer. Which is another good reason to have call to arms available, because you get paid for taking those guys out. As long as they've got crime stat, they are valid targets. Valid, potentially profitable targets. Oh, I admire that guy for sticking by his gun, so to speak, and trying to face me while he's shooting at me. But at the risk of sounding dirty here, mine's bigger. Oh, that's a nice... Yeah, that kind of says everything about how well the weaponry on the Hornet is doing, especially if it's got the Revenant Gatling on it. Because if you can focus fire on a guy for a lengthy period of time, you have a pretty good shot at dusting a medium-sized ship very quickly. Larger ships take more time. Oh, that's not good. My weapons are running low on ammo. The gravy train may be coming to an end here, so I'm going to have to restock my ammo supply soon. But I think I should be able to take this guy out before I run out of ammo. The ammo question, incidentally, is one of the primary attractions to using energy weapons. They don't run out of ammo. Of course, they also don't quite have as much kick to them sometimes. Do I still have any more targets? I do not have any more targets. So instead of going after the next target on my list, I'm going to try to restock my ammunition down on the moon below. HDMS Anderson on Aberdeen might be able to restock my weapon supply. Once I've restocked the ammo, we can go back and take out that last target. Current finances, 413k. Like I said, you can make a fair amount of money doing this. The problem is, if you have too squeaky clean a reputation, you won't get those missions. So keep that in mind. Now, of course, the risk of not being squeaky clean is eventually you may take a mission that will get you criminal status, And depending on said status, it will get the bounty hunters after you. And that will usually end with an uncomfortable trip to prison. And prison by itself isn't so bad, but there are bugs that are involved that when you get out of prison, sometimes the stuff you went in with are not the stuff you will come out with. And by that I mean loss of weapons, loss of armor, loss of clothing, loss of, well, anything on the equipment tab, honestly. Thusly, if I decide to start doing some of these criminal missions here, I'm probably going to make sure that I am equipped with just an undersuit, cheap undersuit, and a cheap helmet. No weapons. And hope, desperately hope, that I keep everything by the time I get out of prison. But that is for the future. For the present, I'm coming in on... Look at all these rocks I'm scanning here. I should just hop out into a... Oh, you know what? Just for giggles,
Landing gear deployed.
I'm going to scan these rocks and I'm going to see what's in them. Of course, I really shouldn't be bothering with these because they're prospector rocks as opposed to rocks. The difference being, you'll see I'm getting these diamond and beryl and all that stuff on here. And you can mine these with Starship mining tools. And that requires either a prospector or a mold. And neither of which I have convenient at the moment. Now, if they were gemstone symbols as opposed to rock symbols, they would be mineable by the vehicular rock, which is a four-wheel vehicle that has a mining laser attached. And I could spawn them right over here, the Platinum Bay facility, where you can spawn in ground vehicles. Sounds kind of obvious, doesn't it? But since they are planetary, well, since they're ship minables and not vehicle minables, it's not really worth me going out of my way to swap out the plan.
Raised.
I seem to have landed a little too... Oh, geez, I had my landing gear down and I put them back up.
Landing gear deployed. Landing complete.
That's what we want to see. Okay, go into Moby-Glass and let's see if I can actually do the restock here. I can do the restock. I can't do repairs, I can't do refuels. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But really, I'm here for the ammo. And the ammo is back. I'm missing a digit, I think, on these, because I'm relatively sure I have more than 400, 500 rounds. I'm pretty sure. So now that I have that taken out of the way, I'm going to take back off. Get myself to around 3,000 meters above surface. That should be high enough to guarantee that I can get to my next target without undue delay. At aerial. And now all my guns are back and fully loaded. And I should not have any problems wiping out this last execution warrant. Especially since I'm pretty sure this was the middle of the road bounty, the 10,000 bounty as opposed to the 9,000 or 12,000, I think. Honestly, once I got them under contract, I don't care, as long as they're just targets to blow up. The money comes in after. And keep in mind that, again, the only thing I've really done with this ship is replace the cargo pod with the turret and slapped on the extra Mantis and Revenant guns. I haven't upgraded the power plants. I haven't upgraded the shields. I am basically using stock loadout. Or at least close to it. He did manage to take a good pounding, didn't he? Why is he still alive?
Target destroyed.
That's more like it. Now, imagine if I were to upgrade the shields on this thing. This would not be a horrible, horrible fighter to use in a lot more situations. I mean, I've been able to do CS4 AI bounties with no trouble at all on this. And that's the kind of thing that gives my freelancer problems. Of course, the freelancer is a very different kind of shit. But it has a lot more durability too. But I've been doing a reasonably good job at wrecking these guys. Now, of course, the other obvious caveat is these are AI opponents. Players are a different breed entirely. And the weapons they'll use tend to be, well, for starters, you can expect a lot more missiles. But they'll also use whatever is very good in the current meta, like distortion weapons are a big thing right now. They tend to shut down coolers and other electronics on your ship. And if your ship is overheating, then you can't fight. And obviously, if you can't fight, then you're going to die. Alright, let's see if we got any more execution warrants on deck. Oh, and here we are. We are doing very nicely with these things. Let's grab the 12,000 one first, because I'm pretty sure that'll be tracked first. Going for the pricey ones first. So we are certainly filling out the list of targets on here. No proof, no problem. And that one's just like a delivery one almost. Real criminal justice. From X. Righteous Raid from X. Shutting down comma rays. Oh, that's a big deal too. That's almost tempting to do. Maybe it's around later. Wire cutter. A bunch of entertaining missions here, and the one thing they have in common is they're all missions for the bad guys. Criminal status will be associated. Oh dear. It seems that my first mission is practically right here. I'm glad I was doing that when I was a fair distance away, because that could have been embarrassing. And by embarrassing, I mean lethal. Okay, primary target located, flying Buccaneer. You know, it's amazing how easily these things start spinning around.
Target destroyed. Forward hit.
Oops, being hit. Not good.
Shield
Buccaneer, Interceptor. Okay, this is clearly not the 12,000. Well, it's the 10,000 one apparently. I saw that flashing on the screen.
target destroyed.
I love the explosions those interceptors make. The size 1 engine, this must be something else. Whoa, that was a little close. Whoa, that's also bad. Flying too close to asteroids could lead to untimely demises.
Target destroyed.
Leading cause of death in fights like these aren't necessarily your enemy ships, they are the rocks floating around you. Alright, let's go back to the map and check our local targets. Eliminate the target listed over here. That would be the one I was hoping I would get to first. I just couldn't ignore the fact that, you know, there was a target right here. Okay, gotta take a couple jumps on here because they're at a different moon. Now, the other nice thing about doing all this stuff around one planetary system is that, in general, it does not burn up your quantum fuel very much. I mean, sure, I'm doing a lot of quantum jumps, but it's all local, relatively speaking. I don't have to really worry too much about burning through my quantum fuel being stranded out in the depths of space. However, hydrogen fuel is a different story. You'll see that I'm about to hit 50% on my hydrogen fuel. And that's what basically allows me to maneuver around and basically fly in non-quantum space, for lack of a better phrase. Okay, I have no idea what just happened there, but it did not get me where I wanted to go. Pesky bugs. Oh, come on. It's like they don't want me going to the orbital marker over here. There we go. Now you'll probably have noticed that I've got this kind of shadow gimbal around here. You'll see this circle here. I'm pretty sure that's something that should not be there. Visual bug. Ignore it.
Is at 50%.
Ah, that's exactly what I was expecting. So I figure after I do this grouping of targets, and when I say this grouping, I mean this one and the next one that I've got on my contract. Once I've got that all out of the way, then it's going to be time to head back to Everest Harbor and do refuel, repair, restock, if I can. Because there are still bugs, and it's an open question as to whether or not I can make everything work properly. But you know how it goes. If you don't try, you'll certainly never succeed. You gotta make the attempt. Oh, no. There we go. Now, reverse direction, fast. Because I'm a little too close to that big asteroid and I don't want to end up turning into a stain. What I really don't want is for one of these guys to hit an asteroid, because if they hit an asteroid, I don't get credit for the kill. I don't get credit for the kill, I don't get the money. So it is in my best interests to make sure that they don't wreck into an asteroid. Now, all that said, I do make exceptions sometimes if the situation is really bleak and dire. But the situation is not currently bleak and dire. Give myself a little bit of distance. There we go. And that means I have one more target, and then we'll hop to Everest Harbor. Make sure I'm tracking. Rendezvous beacon is over here. Fun fact about Aberdeen. Aberdeen is the location of Space Prison, or at least the prison in the Stanton system. So, if you've been bad and you get sent to prison, it'll be on Aberdeen, which is a moon that has no oxygen and is extremely hot. So if you, hey there, how you doing?
Great. Just watching an update on the 3.12 update that's coming in.
Yes, I've noticed that 3.12 has a number of new cards added to it.
I think from the title it says capital ships incoming. So is that the bigger ships?
Yes, it is. I think what they're referring to is the fact that they're going to be bringing the Idris into the game as an NPC target.
Oh, so we can't actually get it ourselves?
I don't think so, not at this point. Although you never know, maybe they are. I can say for certain that they're looking to put in the Idris as the last line of defense around a space station for people who cause trouble in the armistice zones. But beyond that, I got nothing.
Okay.
Let's see. Orbital markers.
Let's see.
Oh, and there's a friendly nearby. And the friendly has gone away.
Oh yeah, I made 100K today.
Mining? Shooting?
Nope. Neither. A guy said had a beacon for 100K, so I go all the way out to where the beacon's at, and as soon as I get there, not even 5 meters away, some other ship comes, smacks into the guy, and quantum jumps while carrying the guy all the way to a different place. So then I have to track the guy down again, because I'm following him. I'm following the quantum jump by quantum jumping to the direction he's going to. So I'm just chasing down the ship that took him. I find him again, shot down the ship that got him, and accidentally killed the guy. And he's like, yeah, I'll just give you 100K for all the hard work.
Nice. That's what I love about this game.
Let's see, are you on my server?
I don't think so offhand. You were pretty full up last I looked. I've also got you on my stream right now, so don't be surprised if your voice appears on the internet somewhere.
Alright, it's good.
This last guy does not want to go down. There we go. There we go. And that is that. Soft Everest. And I should be able to refuel, restock. And then perhaps we'll be bad guys. I'm certainly not going to be a bad guy without, extra cash. 1 credit contract to escort somebody. Oh, I hope he has better luck on that. Unless he's doing Benny Hinge. Some kind individuals will throw up beacons to Benny Hinge to make it easier for them to. Let's see, is that the right direction? I can't tell for sure. There we go. Someone's got me under radar lock. Problem is, someone's got me under radar lock. There we go. There's some targets. You know what? Let's see. Oh, we have a lot of targets here. That means we're looking at possible extra cash here, so. It'd be rude of me not to accept their invitation.
Fortune hit. Target destroyed.
One down, multiples to go. They have chosen poorly. They have decided to pick on. Uh-oh, I'm taking hits. I should not get overconfident here. Oh, ballistics are low. That's not good.
Target destroyed.
Oh, there's a constellation out here. Okay, we're gonna go after the constellation because he'll pay more. I admit that's a selfish reason, but there you have it. If I run out of ballistics, the last target I can hopefully take out with missiles.
Forward hit.
Oh, I like hearing that sound. That's the sound of someone who's going to have a bad day very soon.
Target destroyed.
Whoa, now that was an explosion. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you, my final target. The lesson of this, don't pull me out of a quantum jump. It's rude, it's impolite, and it annoys me. Not to mention the sorts of things it's doing to your ship, which is basically tearing it apart. With that out of the way, I can resume my course to FotR's Harbor. And restocking the ammo supply has suddenly become a lot more important.
Quantum drive. Quantum drive is now off.
Alrighty, I think I've overshot again. FotR's Harbor has been keeping the very bad habit of not being where it's supposed to be. Now, a smart person would have. Okay, Lorville's there, and I need to angle myself up. Okay, that strategy did not work the way it was supposed to. I was supposed to see FotR's Harbor around here, because it's more or less in geosynchronous orbit over Lorville. There we are. Except it's not exactly over Lorville, so.
Quantum drive is now off.
I'll turn off the gimbals now, they're just make things difficult. And I am at the shadow side of the planet. I'm certainly on the shadow side of the space station. Thank heavens for those red lights, or otherwise I'd have no clue. Okay, I'd probably be able to guess from that ring of black. But for the most part, we are just gonna drift right in. I'm gonna take a second to swap over to communications. And then I'm gonna be impatient and kick my acceleration up. Make sure that I'm not aiming for something solid there. Okay, back down to SCM speeds. And there we go. I'm in range to target the ATC. Get a landing pad. Guys. Landing pad. Anytime now.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Thank you. Now let's see. Okay, judging from the orientation, I am right side up, relation to the space station. So I don't have to worry about flipping myself over. Drop the landing gear. Turn on the headlights so I have an easier time of seeing my landing pad. Drop the cruise control because the last thing I want is to... Whoops, it's on the other side. That could have gotten embarrassingly ugly quickly. Flip around. Change my speed limiter. Come in for landing. And I'm going to try to auto land on this in the hopes that it will put me in the spot that will allow me to do the restock and refuel and repair.
Landing complete.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Oh, it'll be pleasant if you let me do the repairs. It will be pleasant. Now, a bug that was introduced in that last big patch has to do with telling you how much it costs to refuel. This display would have you believe that I use exactly the right amount of quantum fuel and hydrogen fuel to be 381 each. This is clearly wrong. But I'm going to refuel them all anyway. I have no idea if it's going to take 2 381s out of me or if it's going to do whatever the proper pricing is. But honestly, if I'm paying 2,000, that's still a drop in the bucket for how much I was able to get from all of my activity here thus far. Watch the hydrogen fuel go way up. Yeah, I drained that hydrogen fuel down pretty bad.
Is that 100%?
And in the upper left, I'll wait for all the stuff to start flashing in there, and that'll tell me when the repairs are complete. There we go. I really wish that they would have a comment or something that indicates that the repairs are complete, because I feel you really need an audio cue for that too.
Alrighty. I got done watching the video.
That'll work out.
Oh, interesting. Especially the fuel part of it.
Yeah, I should spend some time to watch those videos, but I kind of just skim through a text summary for most of it.
Yeah, understandable. I'm currently waiting on my pizza at work.
You're at work right now?
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong job. We're at...
Technically, I'm not supposed to be bringing my computer to work, but the site I'm on right here, I work at different sites, and this site, they don't really care.
We will not ask you the specifics on here. The last thing we need for them to do is to come upon my stream and suddenly say, "Hey, what's he doing?"
Yeah.
I've been spending my time here today doing a lot of personal authorized execution warrants.
Oh, nice.
It's been racking in a fair amount of cash today.
I went up like 120K today.
That's
I've
actually
been
too
doing
close to what I've got.
taxi runs for people.
Nice. I'm thinking I'm getting ready to do some more criminalistic personal missions.
I tried to do some of them. Every time I try, they're always in the asteroid belt. I always end up running into the asteroid.
Yeah, sometimes that's a bit of luck as well as science.
Then the second ago, I ran into a sentinel. My ship didn't explode, but it impaled his ship, and when I got out, I'm like, how do I get in his ship? I'm over here trying to get in his ship to breach it and shoot him to death, and all of a sudden, he turns his ship and it kills me.
Ouch.
He couldn't move, so I was able to come back and just get back in my ship, hit the self-destruct, and float back out of space and get the money for that.
Okay, I'm looking at a 20K mission involving taking someone out at the Hurston Weapons Testing Site over Aberdeen.
Nice. Let me see what type of missions I got.
I have no idea if this is a ground or space mission, so this is going to be entertaining no matter how you slice it.
Personal. Mercenary.
There's going to be crime stat in my future.
Let's see. Posting. Pilot mission. I want a pilot.
Takeoff complete.
Let's see what we can do here, shall we?
Landing gear raised.
This is likely to end with me in prison. But you play the game, you want to experience the game. You want to experience the game, you have to do all kinds of things that you ordinarily don't do. I don't know if this is going to be a problem as far as invading a space station, a ship. I don't know if it's going to be first-person shooter or basically more of what I'm doing now. But really, if you don't do these things, you can't experience them. It's looking a lot like it's going to be space-related. Oh man, this guy's in a Valkyrie. This is going to be a toughie. So in other words, this ought to be a lot of fun. Let's get close enough that my weapons will actually, shoot this guy.
I need to go. Where's the best place to buy a weapon at?
Hand weapons or vehicle weapons?
Hand.
I would say center mass at Area 18 at Arcor.
Central area.
It'll be over at Arcor Plaza, and it will be in the IO Tower.
Alright. Turn on my vehicle and let's get over.
Alright, let's go shooting. Oh, it would help I gimbal, wouldn't it?
Insufficient fuel.
I'm hitting the guy, that's for certain. Well, there goes my call to arms. And there's my crime stat.
We'll stop at Dagamar. Refuel. You have to land and refuel?
Yep.
Dang.
Where did my target go? Did he go down? He may have gone down. Yep, I did get him. Well, these guys are still shooting at me, so I might as well finish the job, right? That guy looks like he's flying, he's flying a Vanguard Ward, which is a heavy fighter. So this is actually a tough fight. Or it would be if these guys could hit the broadside of a barn. Another Vanguard Ward. Oh yeah, look at that crime stat go up. I'm at crime stat 4 already. Oh man, well, that didn't take much. I'm now a crime stat 4.
Nice.
So I'd say I got 5,000 per crime stat on that mission.
You get what?
5,000 credits per level of crime stat when it averages out.
And so you just made 20K.
Yep.
Easy money.
Yeah, until the bounty hunters catch up with me.
Well, you don't get no penalty besides. I say go where you at right now.
I'm at Hurston at the moment, and I'm going to grab another mission to give me trouble.
After that, I recommend getting rid of the crime stat. Because the highest you get is 5, right?
Yes.
I should have took my bigger ship. These smaller ones only had like 500 gallons of, or I don't even know what the size of the tank is. 500 something of quantum fuel.
Yeah,
So I
light
can
ships
only-
are pretty low on that sort of thing.
Yeah, I can only do an 18 million kilometer jump.
Should be able to use some R&R stations to help out with that, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm jumping to Daymar and probably going to get on the station over here.
And there's our target. Time to be bad. I know I was going to, unequip everything for doing criminal stuff, but
Shit.
Reliant Core. I got someone in the org who's a big fan of that sort of thing. Oh right, don't ask me to pick up cargo. I can't pick up cargo because, well, I can't pick up the cargo because I don't have anything in here that'll take the cargo.
What's OM stand for?
Orbital marker.
Oh, I guess I'll just jump to Lexi, land there, refuel, and head on to where I was originally going. Which I already forgot. Oh yeah, large court.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to abandon this mission because my ship will not handle cargo supplies, and, well, if I can't get cargo, then continuing on with this is really, really silly. Okay, this one is just looks like it's a straight kill. They're talking about security. Whoops, targets. That means I might have a player after me here. No, it's another NPC. I really should get out of this area.
Oh yeah. Why do they put the landing control in the friend group?
Put the landing control where?
Like, the contact in the friends?
Oh, I gotcha, right. I got nothing on that one. They're probably going to redesign the MFDs anyway. Man, This hawk is actually pretty durable for.
That's a close call.
Alright, I need to get to an orbital marker. Or somewhere that isn't here. Okay, hopefully that'll give me some time to grab an appropriate mission. Mining claim, no. Sound of silence. It's only 8,000, but you know what? Oh, scan the area. I don't know if I want to do that. I just want to take down targets. Well, there's always the authorized execution warrants which are still available, so why don't we just grab one of those? I mean, clearly, folks at Hurston Security don't mind employing a known criminal.
Oh, it's super cheap.
What is?
Get refueling.
Oh yeah, right now fuel is not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's my first time getting fuel. I usually explode my ship and jump to a different one.
Yeah, that happens too.
Which there's no penalty, at least most of the time.
Okay, let's see. No, if I were smart, that would.
Where in the Orcor am I going to?
You want to go to Area 18. That's where you'll land. You'll take the bus to the Arcor Plaza, and you'll kind of basically go straight ahead from there. It's almost a straight shot to the IO tower. Once you're in the IO tower, you can take the elevators on the left-hand side, if I recall correctly, and that will take you to Center Mass. And they sell a lot of guns. Now that said, there are some guns that are not there that are around, say, Grim Hex or Levski. But as far as raw selection goes, that has a pretty good selection. Alright, where is my target? Oh, it's very rare that my scan doesn't pick up anything. Oh, did I see a flicker? No, it's just my flare. Oh. Now I know I thought I saw something this way. It might have just been reflection on the rock, though. That's a good point. Ah, there we are. There's a certain Dark Lord
Let's
of the
see, where
Sith
can I
missile.
go? Let's... What's that?
I have you now. I know the moment I scan, I'll have the hostiles come up, but I gotta know.
Aha, finally. I had a quantum jump about 3 times just to get...
There's the target. Unfortunately, I will not get any money for call to arms on this guy. It'll just be primary target, and the other guys are just kind of there. But I like to think it's important to clean up after oneself. There we go.
I don't think this takes me to the right place.
How's that? Where are you?
I'm outside whatever it's called, Lexby or Delmar. And every time I try to, it shows me where I'm supposed to go with the green arrow and the radar looking thing, right?
I guess it's green if it's you know, your HUD.
Yeah. So I try to jump, and it's took me to trying to jump around and playing it. Every time I jump to one point, it says I have to go back the other way. So apparently,
Yeah, that don't sound right.
that's what I thought. I think it's just broke.
Okay, try to clear your route and reset the destination.
That's what I'm doing. I did it like 3 times now.
There we go. All targets down. But I didn't get paid for any.
B.
But my
Let's
fuel.
jump to
ammo-
Lexby and then C.
So we're gonna go to Let's Ski and
Which my ship can't go that far.
Delamar. There we are.
Someone radar logs me as soon as I jump too. Yeah, he's following me too.
You have a bounty on you?
No, I think someone's just messing with me.
Or they're looking to get a kill for their helmet.
For me.
Now, once we get through with restocking, I think I might attempt to try to get that crime stack cleared by making use of one of the various security outposts.
Looks like I need to backtrack just to get to the point I want.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. The navigational computers are sometimes not the best in the universe.
I don't think it refilled my ship. That's what the problem was. Everything's red on my screen. I can't even jump to anywhere.
Oh, yeah. The quantum fuel didn't get refueled. That's not a good thing.
Now you fueled it. Ooh, that was a close one.
I gotta say, the Hornet has actually served pretty well in the fighting here. Between criminal missions and the authorized execution warrants, we managed
So
to
I
get
just
a pretty good
tangled with
nest
this
egg.
guy.
We're almost at 500k here. Of course, I'm a dirty, rotten criminal too, but I got paid. Now, the downside, however, is that getting at one of these security stations probably means antagonizing a location that has a lot of armament that can more or less do me in. And of course, for all I know, I'm being hunted down by bounty hunters even as we speak. I can't see them because, you know, I've got a bounty on me. But at a crime staff 4, I'm probably worth a good 100, probably a good 15k to somebody. I'm pretty sure 15k is where my stat 4 is. One of these days, I'm gonna have to experiment.
This is it.
If I were smart, I would take a ship capable of holding a vehicle with me to my destination, wherever it may be. But I ain't feeling it. And that's kind of regretful because, as you can tell, the Hornet is not the fastest quantum jumper with the baseline components. Feels appropriate to be doing all this scary mask.
Well, that sucks. I forgot to turn off the engine when I got out. It pulled forward with me in it and killed me.
Well, that's one way to clear out the question of how to fuel up.
Yeah, I was debating whether if I wanted suicide or not. I decided not to, and it turns out it was forced upon me.
I'm getting ready to do some refueling myself so that I can get ready to deal with trying to clear my crime stat. I'll probably get killed by security turrets.
You got a big enough ship?
Probably not that big, but that's okay. That'll just put me in prison and that'll be fine too.
I was gonna say I can hop into a turret and try to help you.
I appreciate the thought, but then you'd probably end up in jail too. Wouldn't want that to happen.
Actually, I've never been in jail.
It's an interesting experience, but it does have a number of bugs associated with it right now that make life a little less pleasant. Like, say, when you go in with your equipment and then you come out without some of your equipment. Now, there are ways to escape prison, but you kind of need to have somebody on the outside who can help you, because then you need to immediately go get your crime stat cleared again and hope that nobody catches up with you.
I'm seeing that you're a level 4 bounty right now and no one's catched up to you. I doubt that anyone's knows that you are that's actually bounty hunting at the moment.
That's possible. Plus, the good news is I'm currently at a location that doesn't have a ComSat, so I probably am not appearing on the computers right now. That won't last. At least I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. It's perfectly possible that, you know...
Time to buy some guns. Let's see, is there a...
I'm going to increase my
What's
speed here,
this?
just in case. I'd like to get into whatever they have that masquerades as an armistice zone, at least. And once I've done that, then I can start plotting my inevitable return. Now, fun fact, if you're planning on doing criminal missions and you wipe out a ComSat and you deactivate it, you will not get criminal status because there's nothing there to record it. Let's get the landing bay open for Levski.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Really, what I want to do is refuel, rearm, repair the usual trifecta. And this is a place where I can reasonably be expected to do it
I
safely.
think I'll get this one.
find this one?
The polar sniper.
Landing complete.
The PL6R?
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
P6LR.
I approve. That's the one I use. Its ammo is expensive, but so worth it.
See, I lost my SMG somehow. I'm in the market of getting a new weapon.
Yeah, I find that I've gone towards the Gemini series of weapons these days. They're reliable.
Gemini.
Yes, they have a submachine gun, an assault rifle, and a sniper. Well, they don't have a sniper rifle yet, but it's coming.
Oh, there's my submachine gun. I'll buy that one too.
Let's do repair. Let's do restock. Let's do
How much
refuel.
was a sniper?
Don't remember the prices off the top of my head.
5,600. Expensive little thing.
Yeah, and like I said, the ammunition's pricey too.
Is at 100%.
But on the other hand, you can't put a price tag on something that'll give you a one-shot kill.
Oh, it is a one-shot kill?
If you hit them right, I find that if I hit them in their chest or in their head with that sniper rifle, they're dead.
Can you quit scope in this game?
Can you what?
Quit scope.
Don't think so, although I could be... Well, you'll be able to look through a scope if you right-click and hold the mouse button... Right mouse button down. You'll be able to do that.
Is there a bullet drop, or is there a delay in the bullet?
I'm not really sure, and the reason I'm not sure is because usually when I'm doing sniper shooting, the targets are not horribly far away because I'm doing this in a bounty bit. Well, one of the claims... let me back up. I'm usually doing this in a clear bunker kind of mission, so the distances are not what you would call huge. Now, I've seen videos of people taking people out from a kilometer away, so I believe there is a drop on ballistics, but I don't know how much.
Well, I thought this was a laser.
Yeah, lasers I don't think would have to worry about drop, but I can't prove any of that.
Alright. Well, for 20 mags is 500. It's like twice the price of my...
I think I have a bounty hunter out there waiting for me. Possibly a couple. Well, no, he's not the bounty hunter because he's sitting in the thing there. There's a guy who's above me though, who's oh, well, he's in the vanguard, so yeah, he's definitely waiting for me. Okay, well, you know what? I'm inclined to give him what he wants. Let's open it up and go to town. Oh, but first... destination. Yeah, well... I can do that. I can do that too. And... am I even going to the right place? Yes, I am. Alright. Open Sesame.
You are clear to launch.
Takeoff complete.
Up. Up.
you.
And we are clear. Here we go, on the run from the law. Unfortunately, the run from the law is going to be a pretty healthy run. The distance is 482 seconds. Some elaboration. Down here, you'll notice how many hops it'll take. 1, 2, 3. And this is the time in seconds as to how long it'll take you to get to your destination. So 482 seconds is lengthy. But, you know, that's just the way it is. In the meantime, I'm going to take some time. It'd be silly at this point to take off armor and all that because I'm going to need all the weapons I can get. My loadout is pretty straightforward: sniper rifle and submachine gun. Sniper rifle to try to cut down the numbers I have to worry about when I go in, and the submachine gun for when stealth fails. Not if, when. And I may have, you know, other problems like hostiles waiting for me. I mean, my ship is clearly not the fastest in the world, so I can be overtaken. And bounty hunters who are experienced will know that I'm going for one of the several locations that you can clear your crime stat. No sense in using the, well, I'm going to equip the Odyssey undersuit at this point because, honestly, I'm trying to preserve what I can as far as equipment goes. Well, I do have 3 others, but all the same.
Alright, I'm back. I got my pizza.
Awesome. Now, what I'm going to also do is I'm going to put something in my utility items, and I'm going to put one of my ice picks in my here. The ice pick is one of the crypto keys that you need to hack the terminal, and it's one of the faster ones. That doesn't make it speed really fast, it just means that it's faster than the other ones. I don't need oxypens. My medipens I certainly need, but I only have space for 2. I have grenades. They may come helpful. Armor.
Oh.
You know what, I'm going to swap out armor too. Well, yeah, I'm going to swap out armor where I can. I'm going to go to the ADP armor, which is heavier armor. But I think I'm going to keep, well, no, actually the Hill Horror helmet will also go away if I get myself killed off. So we're probably going to go with, yeah, the Valor. The good news is it should keep my weaponry loadouts, although I think I might have room for more clips.
Where do I get some of them hacking tools?
A couple places. You can buy them some of them at Levski at Delamar. You can buy a very large assortment at Grim Hex, and they also have, of all places, an ice pick crypto key at New Babbage.
Where is it at Lightsky?
It's in the bazaar. It's one of the stalls they have in the center area. You actually have to kind of hover over it to be able to purchase it. It doesn't have it in the terminal.
Oh, okay, I think I see it. Don't buy me like 10 of these.
Not a bad idea. I've got like about 20 ice picks from New Babbage because, well, I hang around with a bunch of people who often need help in getting things hacked open.
Can I buy more than one at a time?
Not at Levski, unfortunately. You can the only place that you can really buy multiples at a time are places that have terminals. million kilometers out. Boom, shakalaka.
Well, it's going to take about 20K, but I'm going to end up with 20 of them. That's going to be good. Later on, I need to learn how to break people out of prison, and then I need to make myself go to prison.
Yeah, well, I can assure you that at some point, Legend or Cap will be more than happy to demonstrate the ability to hack into the computers at security stations, because they wind up in prison an awful lot.
I learned how to get my crime stack going, but I never actually been to prison. Because every time I died, I always respawned at Grim. And it took me 3 days to get away because I couldn't figure out why am I respawning but I'm still wanted. I didn't understand that you actually had to go get it removed.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they change any of that in future patches about how they do the spawns for that sort of thing. Because it sounds a little counterintuitive for some of the stuff. Now, I can almost guarantee that when I get to the security station, it's going to have turrets. And I'm also reasonably sure that those turrets will turn me into mush. So this grand plan may end in a incredibly graphic ending.
Alright, I got tired of purchasing these. I think I got 8. This should be good for now. Let's see what else.
And of course, there's always a high
Some
possibility
water.
that a bounty hunter will go after me and do me in. Alright, finally, within 500 kilometers of our core. Now, something else that's also likely to happen is that I might be able to get past those turrets. I might be able to get past the guards inside. I may be able to hack myself out. But if someone comes out and blows up my ship while I'm outside, well, that's going to be a problem. Oh, plus there is a bug that tends to have ships randomly disappear on you, so this may end in a horrible way, no matter how you slice it.
Quantum drive is now off.
Where's the prison located at?
Aberdeen, Klesher Prison.
Quantum drive is now off.
There is a trespassing fine. Try to fly near it.
Oh.
For some reason, they just hate having ships dropping by. They're like they're scared of escapees or something. Who knew?
Quantum
I like to see them put some of them capital ships by prison.
Man, that would be a waste of resources, but it would still be fun. I mean, resources for the
Quantum drive.
folks in the standard system, not, the developers.
Now I just have to figure out how to get out of this place. Suicide's always the best option.
It says something about this game of suicide is the best option for a bunch of things.
Oh shit, I just lost all the water I bought. Well,
Yeah,
that was
no
a point
biggie.
lunch.
Alright, it's time for the approach, and we're going to do the high-speed approach, because if there's turrets there, I want to zip right past very quickly. I just want to go fast enough to get a read on these guys. What I'll probably end up doing is I'll have to land behind something that is protected against them, and I'll have to walk the rest of the way.
I don't think this is the right terminal I'm supposed to use. Oh. Is the materials at different places cost more or less?
Materials as in trade materials?
Like waste and other stuff you can buy from one station?
Yeah, some stations will have different buy prices than others, yeah, and some will have different sell prices.
What? Is there a guide to which one's the lowest and which one's the highest?
I believe SC Tools will have all kinds of information that would be helpful for that sort of thing.
Okay.
I don't have the website conveniently in my head, but I'll try to remember to link it in the Discord at some point. Okay, they do have turrets, and unfortunately, they don't.
So I'm thinking about getting the biggest ship I can and just fill it full with materials.
Profit margins can be sharp, so it's not an instant money maker, but you can do pretty good. I think that set of mountains over there is going to have to be the way to go here. Oops, I'm radar locked.
I feel like when they put fines on
course,
your
it also
ship
means that might
exploding,
have,
I'm about to lose all my money.
I think I just accidentally kicked
That's
off
my
the
problem. Every time I get in a ship, it explodes.
Definitely be excited about these guys. Okay. Let's start dropping down. See if I get a landing spot somewhere down here where it's not instant death.
Landing gear deployed.
Radar is locked, but it can't shoot through rocks. I hope. Oh, gotta reset.
Oh, my
here.
water's still in my hand. That's fortunate.
Feels like now's the time to stow it or drink it.
It's not letting me. It's in my left hand for some reason. It's highlighted when I look over it, but it's not giving me an option to stow or drink.
Alright, let's see. Next step is to find out just how bad the environment here is. Okay, that's not good. I'm pretty sure that I will die in under 10 minutes. Might have to do this the hard way after all. Because I really don't want to try going there and well, you know what? Maybe I can. All I need the undersuit for
Oh, this isn't good.
is to get me there. I can re-equip once I'm on site. I hope.
Alright. I cannot leave the bay because I cannot contact the security people now because my thing's glitching out. I can't even pull up the map.
Ack. Alright. Now that I've gotten to this point,
I'm feeling something to do with the water in my hand.
it might be. You know, I really don't think I'm even going in the right direction here. It's amazing how much... Okay, I am going in the right direction. I'm getting the no trespassing sign. It's amazing how different scale looks from when you're in a ship and when you're outside of a ship. Unfortunately, I seem to have done too good a job because it's a freaking mountain. Okay, clearly this plan is not working. Time to get back in the ship and try to do my deed that way. This is not working. I'm gonna have to try to risk the turrets. All I can say is that the plan sounded good at the time.
Andrew Aerospace. All systems online.
Now, there is no way I'm going to lift myself off until I see my shields go up to 100% on all faces. Let me rephrase that. I'm going to charge my front shields as priority. I'm going to harden my front shields as priority. Alright.
Takeoff complete.
And I was going the wrong way too. That doesn't help.
Forward hit.
I'm going to need a little more speed here. They're going to starting to hit me, and that's not a good thing. Ah, nuts. I forgot that my keybinds changed too.
Forward hit. Alert. Forward shields down.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Shields charging. Shields full.
I'm not dead. I'm a mess, but I'm not dead. Let's get those guns linked again. And we're gonna turn the gimbals off because they're not helping. And here we go, on approach. Well, that pass didn't really help.
Shields charging. Shields full. Forward hit.
Pass. Well, they're more durable than they used to be, that's for sure. Ah, nuts. That guy was looking like a great target. Usually when I'm doing this kind of mission, I'm using a freelancer.
Oh, this sucks.
What happened?
I have to. Actually, let me land this and see what's that. Now, let me get out of my seat. I thought for a second I had to
Oh god.
blow up my ship to suicide.
I'm still in
And then
town.
had to file a claim and wait 15 minutes. What?
Shields full. Forward hit.
Oh, there it goes. Bits and pieces. And it looks like I'm going to be ending up in prison. My glorious attempt to get into the outposts may have ended in prison.
Oh, you want me to come pick you up?
We'll see what my time is. I might have to stick with being here. Yep, because I'm not 100% sure about the escape. I've never really successfully gotten through to the escape route, much less getting picked up. So I'd hold off on any rescue attempts at this time.
All right.
So here I am.
Hello and welcome. You have been placed in a cluster rehabilitation facility for violation of local law.
The wages of sin. I can earn my work release program by doing work in here.
So you're interested in our work release program? It's pretty simple.
Cluster Rehabilitation Facility. Low gravity environment, which means you can do some serious jumps. That's important if you're trying to make an escape attempt. Not that anybody would do such a horrible, horrible thing. I think I jumped too far. That's okay though, we're in a low gravity environment, so I should be able to find my way back up somehow. Of course, it's also equally possible that I'm going to fall into my death. That's okay though, no need to fear, because I'll just end up right back in the prison seat. And the only worst thing they can do is add time to my list.
Welcome back. You were incapacitated during an incident in the facility. Do not worry. You will make a full recovery. We hope that this does not reflect poorly on your...
Okay, let's try to go down again. Let's turn on my headlamp. And this time, if I want to jump down, let's try to make sure I jump down somewhere where it won't lead to immediate and instantaneous death. I mean, you know there's got to be a stairwell somewhere. There we go. Now, the question is, how bad is my prison time? I've done horrible things. I've killed starships with innocent people aboard. I've blown up security fools who attempted to take me in. I've done a lot of bad things.
I'll be back.
Log out and log back in?
Yep.
That's probably the smart move.
Hopefully it's not there still.
Turn off the headlamp, and let's see how much time is on my sentence. 11 hours! This would be a really horrible thing under most circumstances. But
Oh, Legends on in a different server.
I don't plan to stay here for too long. In any event, it is now about 3 p.m., so my thrilling attempt at getting out of here, which is probably going to involve lots of mining and oxygen restocks. For now, however, I'm going to leave you with this moral for the story. Don't do the crime if you don't want to do the time. We will return to Star Citizen next week, where I should be out of prison by then. Only 11 hours. I can certainly, that'll certainly not last next week. I will be back
Hopefully, yeah, I think I did.
Next Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern. I also stream Star Trek Online on Wednesday nights from 8 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. Eastern. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope this was enjoyable, or at least entertaining to watch. I certainly had a great deal of entertainment doing all of this. Until then, until next time, thanks for watching. This is Korath Landwalker, signing off.